very happy. I mean, the whole weekend for us has been quite a struggle. We kept on changing the car actually quite a lot. And even in qualifying, it just took a long time to still feel quite satisfied with the car. The final run was a bit better, but I think it was also just knowing your limitations and trying to adapt to it and try to make the best of it. So the last lap was very committed. No clear, obvious mistakes, which I think helps to put the lap in. And of course, very happy for everyone. I mean, the team is working flat out, and they're really giving it everything, to understand the car better. So for us, this is a great result.
My final run was good. My second to last, not so good. But I'm happy. I mean, I feel like we both found the limit with the car in the end, and it's tough. Like when you're talking about 100th, it's so small that it's you always think there's 100th in it. But both of us, between Oscar and myself, as soon as we wanted to try and push it a little bit more, we both paid the price and made big mistakes and went slower. So I think we found a good limit with the car, but we struggled to progress a lot more from that. Whereas Max had the opposite. Max had the opposite in terms of he pushed a lot more on the last lap, he committed more, and he found lap time. So I think how our cars are handling are a little bit different, but we just weren't quite quick enough today.
Obviously a little bit frustrated to be so close to pole and in third. I felt like I was good at the right times of qualifying, just needed to find a little bit more in the last lap that I didn't quite get. And obviously it is a bit of a shame to be just those 400ths off pole, but I think we've still got opportunities tomorrow to try and go forwards.
This was definitely the best we could get out of it today. I mean, it's on one hand disappointing because P4 is never what you want to fight for, but on the other hand, I'm quite satisfied with the day of yesterday. It was a day where we've done big changes on my side to try and find a way to be a bit more comfortable in the car, because since the beginning of the year it hasn't been exactly where I want it to be. And it's been really positive so far. So we've maximized the car potential, but we are just lacking overall performance at the moment.
Pretty disappointed with the last lap, to be honest. I tried something different with the tyres, trying to get them a bit cooler to be better at the end of a lap, and ultimately went too far and had no grip at the beginning of the lap. So, pay the price. P5 isn't terrible, but I would have liked to have been higher up.
I can be quite happy with it. Considering how FP went, I'm not gonna lie, I was quite lost and had very little confidence heading to qualifying. So definitely, it was not an easy one, but happy with how I progressed, and definitely, I think I maximized the result.
It sounded like you were struggling with quite a few things there. Can you talk us through?
Yeah, I had issues with the seat belts, so had to jump out, jump back in, and compromise my first run in Q1. Then it was drivable thankfully on that final lap in Q1 to get through Q2. But I was in pain a bit, and then for the rest I could reset and just focus on driving fast, and it worked.
I generally struggled throughout the qualifying session. I think when we got to Q3, just wasn't able to improve. I had a big snap oversteer in the middle sector on the first lap, and then second lap I was only down in that sector. So not where I want to be.
Yeah, happy. I think we were chasing the balance throughout qualifying. Some laps we could get the car in the right window, other laps not. I think it was really dependent on your outlap and if you had dirty air in sector 1 or not. I think the last run of the session, it actually caught me out. The car was actually good, and it was good always, but especially good on the last run, and the balance was so different. I was just kind of trying to adapt my driving style around the lap, but it feels like when the times are that close together, I think maybe everyone from P5 to P10 feels like they could have been P5, especially the guy in P5. Stupid. Anyway, let's see. I think we made some changes. We made some changes to the car, and the race car feels a bit better. So that's 4 Q3s now for us, which is a testament to everyone, the work that we're doing behind the scenes, and the car feels so much different to last year.
I did a mistake on my last lap, which lost me a bit of time, and maybe it could have been a bit further up. But it's really tight. It's really incredibly tight all the way through. Just to make it into Q2 was a big relief and a big surprise actually to be in Q3, but a welcome one. So yeah, really happy with how it went today.
I think a bit of mixed feeling, but obviously disappointed for the team not to get to Q3. But on the flip side, I think we made a very good step compared to China. The car was competitive in the corners. Looking at sector 1 where you need the load and need the car to perform, like we're very competitive. And yeah, we know on this track we're going to struggle with the package we have down the straights, and yeah, it's kind of where we missed a loss compared to our main competitors. So it's from the inside, it actually felt good. 6/10 of the pole and 1/10 away from the top of the midfield. Yeah, I wish we could be in that top 10, but I'm confident at the same time that the car is working and I'll be able to fight tomorrow.
Today I felt like Q3 was possible. I felt good in the car. I felt like I did a step in the right direction, just didn't put the whole lap together, and had quite a bit of traffic there on my fastest lap, but at least I felt a lot better, and Q3 was reachable. Just unfortunate that we didn't manage to make the cut, but with such a tight field, when everything is not perfect, it's the way it is.
We gave it everything on track today. Unfortunately, maybe we don't have the pace yet to win Q3. So yeah, P14 in Q1, P13 in Q2, maybe it's where we deserve today. But the race is tomorrow. Hopefully some rain coming or something that could offer more opportunities. I think by pure pace, we're struggling to win the points probably.
A disappointing end, to be honest. I think we had a competitive car yesterday, had a good sort of Q1, and we were trying to chase a balance through quali, and it got to a point in Q2 where, to be honest, we couldn't really tune it much more, and yeah, unfortunately we just sort of hit a wall a bit and struggled in that run too. Honestly, it felt like a good lap, so it's something we'll obviously review, but yeah, that's it.
I think the warm-up was didn't go as I wanted. Yeah, I felt, still learning. Yeah, the warm-up, how I ended up was thought it was okay. I knew maybe a little bit compromised, but the penalty was pretty big. Yeah, shame that I didn't able to extract performance from the car. I think they're looking good from Q1 and everything, so just felt like overall worse and worse throughout. So yeah, very shame.
Car's been kind of tricky all weekend long, and today with the wind change in sector 1, even more so. So I think frankly we always knew it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but it was close enough. Obviously had a bit of a wobble at the exit of turn 9. Dropped the 10th there, which makes all the difference in the end. Yeah, unfortunately that happened, and we are where we are now, and yeah, keep fighting tomorrow. Obviously. Looks like there's a bit of weather on the way, which I think we don't mind, because in the dry it doesn't look strong enough at the moment.
Decent lap for me, 3 set of tires, 3 decent laps. Maybe we could have done a small step to improve the car in the last set, but we decided to stay safe and not do any major changes. And yeah, but honestly happy with my lap, happy with what we did today.
Didn't really work, unfortunately, on our side. We tried a lot of different things across cars, between myself and Ollie, and yeah, unfortunately, something was missing, for us. Here and there we were lacking pace, much more than we should have. But yeah, it's good to see that it's working well for Ollie, and yeah, we will put that together and learn, forward for the future ones.
Session was tricky, to say the least. Only 3 laps this morning meant we just weren't able to, I wasn't able to continue taking the steps I would like, and plus just not in a perfect place with the car, which is no fault to myself, to the team, of anyone. Just very difficult to obviously tune a balance around a very tricky circuit like we have here in Suzuka in 3 laps. So I made a small mistake at the end of my last run, exiting turn 14, something that potentially could have got me into Q2. But if I hadn't done that and just hoped, then I'd still be here talking with you. And so it was unfortunately something that I had to do. I would have preferred to have brought that up more a bit steadily, or tried to take those small steps over the course of free practice. But given our circumstances, I gave it a shot. It almost worked out. I just had to lift out of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, just a big gust of wind. We saw like 20 kph gust of wind, so yeah, just unsettled the car, and that was kind of it for me.